Hey, also, this is the Secrets of the Dunes event. This is a Light Slayer event and Chaotic Killer. Now, I don't have any real decent Light Slayer cards, unfortunately. This is the basis of a potential team. The middle card would need to be replaced with the event ultimate form, and the first card with a card that should be available in the drillfist store that gives a 550% boost to the one card. Currently, though, this team is unfortunately not really going to do any damage. I have a commander team, though, that's a lot better. Plus my standard Water Slayer team that I use for many events. I will talk through this anyway, though. The first card is Astral Anomalies. Increases Chaotic Killer attack. The Metaverse Masters a 150% damage buff to any card. Bewitching Conjurers. This was a really good card at one point, as the battle skill can be reset on the card. You can see here with the passive and the battle skill. Then Supreme Elohim, a slight increase to Light Slayer attack. And Will of Kyopa, this has a decent increase to Light Slayer attack, so that still could be useful if I was able to get some other decent Light Slayer cards. I will just quickly go through my other Light Slayer cards. You can see here, I really don't think I could make anything better up out of the cards I have here. So, yeah, I do need some more modern Light Slayer cards before I can really make a decent team here. The relics I have, though, this is an Immortal Relic. Then another relic here, just a general Light Slayer relic. Nothing too exciting there. And this one here, an Arcane Relic. Then this is a Chaotic Killer Relic to break 3 shields. Then the final relic is here to break the remaining shields the previous relic didn't. So there we go, that's that team. Not going to get too excited about that team. Let's talk through the Light Commander team, though. This does much better damage. So a pretty standard team. 3 cards that increase Light Commander damage for all the cards. 1 that gives a big boost, then 1 hitting card. The first card here increases Light Commander damage by 225%. Divine Sovereigns. This gives a 500% damage buff to the 1 card. Used to boost up some of their siblings. This is also a Chaotic Killer card. Has a slight increase to self-damage, 160%. Plus does have that Cleanse and Dispel on the card as well. Breakers of the Cycle, a good increase to Light Commander damage, you can see here, 255%. Then finally, Nick, Master of Blades. Again, a decent increase to Light Commander damage. Then for the relics, this is a pretty decent relic. It has 4 pink stars on. It is an old beast relic. The next relic here, this is an old immortal relic. Next one here, an arcane relic. Then we have one of the chaotic relics to help break the shields, and another one at the end to break the remaining shields. So there we go. Then finally, my standard Water Slayer team. This does about the same amount of damage as the Light Commander team, so not a bad option, I guess. Most of you have probably seen this team before, but I will talk through it again. Holiday Saints. The next water hero gets a 500% damage buff. Works on both Slayer and Commander cards. Metaverse Masters. A 150% damage buff to any card. Sovereigns of the Dance. Converts, increases self-damage by 300% and creates water power gems. Hometown Heroes. This increases water slayer damage by 175%. Then finally, High Performance Unit Area. Used to get supercharged up. Increases Immortal Killer attack. That boosts up Sovereigns of the Dance even further. And the Chaotic Killer card on this team is Holiday Saints. One of the essential cards for water events, I think. Right, and then for the relics, just my best relics again, basically. This is an old arcane relic, then an immortal relic here. Cater's bow, this helps a little bit with the damage. A slight percentage increase to attack. Let's scroll up. Then this is one of the chaotic relics. Helps break the shields, and there should be another one here. There we go, that breaks the remaining shields. And that's the teams I have available for this event. Not overly exciting, but it's the best I can make up out of the cards I have available. So let's get on with the actual event. Here we go. Alright, so here's the actual event. There's nothing special about this event. What I mean is no special features, just a regular event. I have a couple of Radiant bosses up, so that should be good enough to test out my teams. So the bosses do have Panic and Slumber this time around. Panic shouldn't cause you any real problems. Slumber can be quite tricky though. There is a counter card on this team, plus Sunblessed Siblings can remove that. Even though with Slumber active, the damage will be significantly less, even if it's removed on the same turn. Right, so here we go. This has been pretty successful in testing, sometimes doing over 100Q. You can activate it all on the very first turn. I think left to right is probably the best way to use this team. There we go, and then see how many power gems are loose from the main match. That's a really good grid. 4 power gems loose, and then watch the damage. 145.4Q on some of their siblings. That's pretty good actually. The Water Slayer team is a bit slower, but it does have area on the team, and it can remove any debuffs on your team, so useful for getting through Slumber. Since a multi-boss decided to spawn, I might as well use this team on that and test it out. Right, here we go. So, when the enemy's turn counter is on 1, use area. Then I think just go left to right with this team. Using Metaverse Masters as well early on to get enough Dark Gems so area can be used. So something like this, I think. Then use area. Enemy will hit. That will remove Slumber and Panic, so that's always useful as well. I don't know how much damage this will do though. I've not tested this team. I've been using the Commander team for all the bosses up until now, so this will be interesting. I think left to right is probably the best way to use this team. That's not a bad board, but nothing loose from the main match, so I may need another hit to finish off the boss. Yeah, 11 Q left. Try and get another hit out if I can. I will need to activate area again though, so let's wait a bit. There we go. Turn 1, activate area. Then again, left to right. And hopefully do a bit better with a few power gems loose from the main match this time, but we will see. Right, here we go. 1, 2, like this. Hopefully crush together now, then power gems loose. Let's see. Yeah, that's a much better board than what I had last time around, so the damage should be a lot better, but we will see. Yeah, not far off the Light Commander team actually. With the optimal board, I would have thought that will do more damage. So not bad. I might as well try the Slayer team just for fun, but this is not going to be good. I doubt it can even take down the Radiant you can see on the screen, if I'm being honest. I need the Event Ultimate form, and the card that's in the Drillfist store this time around, I think it gives a 550% buff to one card, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, let's give this a go. I think this team might benefit from an activation order of something like 2, 3, then back to 2 again, then back to 3 again. I'm not really sure though. let's have a go and see what happens. Probably not a lot. Yeah, you can see this team is pretty poor. It's starting to crush together in places. That's not too bad, actually. At least the board is not full of dark gems. The damage, though, well, it's not even hitting Q damage, so yeah, this team is pretty much a waste of time. The cards that I need for Light Slayer I simply do not have, so I can't really do any damage at all. Plus, Metaverse Masters won't be active again, so I could try this, I guess. This is going to be an abysmal hit again, though. It was worth a try just for fun, but it's not good at all. There we go, let's hit that. And then I think I'll quit out at this point, since you've all seen the damage on this team. It's basically non-existent. There we go. Right, well that gives you an idea for what I will be using this time around anyway. Probably the Commander team for most of it. I may mix in the Water Slayer team occasionally as well, though, depending on what bosses I get. It might be more useful against slumber bosses, for example. Alright, so let's go ahead and claim the event rewards. This has items for your legend relics. So not the worst collection you'll ever see. You can see A-Line's Spear is in here, plus a few other items. So let's go ahead and claim all of this. There we go, nice. That's what I got from the collection. Oh, okay, so we got these items, the blades. Hopefully all different colours. Let's see. No, not all different colours. There's another one here. I got 3 of the fire one. That doesn't really help me too much, I don't think. Then what is it this time around? Right, let's go over to the Leagues page. Okay, so it's a Dark Warden this time around. Shrewd Awakened Rage. Defender skill Deflect. Skills that deal direct damage are silenced for targeted heroes. Not an especially useful battle skill, unfortunately. Then it has a battle skill of Rend. Just a delay skill. That's what it looks like anyway. Not overly exciting, but it's alright if you have a dark, light mixed defense or a rainbow defense. Then you may want to consider using it. Right, let's go over to here. I'll go and claim the support hero at the bottom. Pass Revealer Aurak. I think that's how you said it, or you're supposed to say it. And then I will go ahead and evolve the support hero. Okay, let's go ahead and claim this, see what I get. 6-star bonus hero. Oh, okay, so that's half of an old ultimate form. Interesting. I don't think I can evolve the ultimate form for that card any further, though. Let's have a look at the event ultimate form. Lost Land Saviours. So this increases self-damage by 500%. Plus can create a lot of power gems potentially. Plus a 2-turn cooldown. So a very powerful ultimate form. Passive Breath of Life. Passive All an Illusion as well. So we have 2 revives on the card by the looks of it as well. Definitely looking like one of the better ultimate forms. You would of course need other cards to make this work. I'm pretty sure the Drillfist offers this time around has an ultimate form with a big damage boost to one card. I think it's 550%. So if you are struggling for ideas for this event, do bear that in mind. You could suddenly make up a really strong team just from the Drillfist offers. There's not too much point in getting the cards individually, unfortunately. What I mean by that is getting just one of the cards. Since it's a self-damage hitting deck, you really need the ultimate form. And there we go, I think we're about done with this video. I hope that was interesting and helpful. A bit shorter than usual, mainly because I don't really have too many decks that are interesting this time around. Light Slayer is not my strongest event by a long way. If you did enjoy this video, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing is always very much appreciated. I've included a previous video on the screen, plus a playlist. Plus you can also subscribe from here if you want to do so. And thanks for watching.